Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
I can't hear you. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so I need a lot of energy today to make this whole thing work. So these 3 tables over here are team 1, and well, actually these 4 tables over here are team 1, and these 3 tables over here are team 2. And when I point to your team, I'm going to say super, and you're going to say hero as loud as you can. Ready? Super!
Hero!
Super!
Hero!
A little bit louder. I can't hear you. Super!
Hero!
Super!
Hero!
So if you haven't guessed already, today we're going to be talking about how to be your own superhero. So when I was 12 years old, I realized that I needed to be my own superhero. Now, can someone tell me what a superhero is? Show of hands, who can tell me what a superhero is? Yes. Someone who saves the world. Yes. What else? Yes.
Someone who has power.
Someone who has power. What else? What else? There's a lot of people in this room. Raise your hand. I know you guys have your hands. What else? What else is a superhero? So, a superhero is basically someone who has extreme physical or mental powers. Now, can someone name some superheroes?
Wonder Woman.
Yes, Wonder Woman. What else? What else? Batman. Yes. Superman. Yes. Hulk. Yes. Yes. No? Okay. Anyone else? Yes. Iron Man. Yes. Good job. Thank you for participating. So, when I make hero an acronym. Now, does anyone know what an acronym is? Can anyone tell me what an acronym is? Anyone tell me what an acronym is? Okay. So an acronym is basically when the letters in a word stand for something. So I made the H stand for honest with myself. Can someone tell me what it means to be honest with yourself? I know someone has to answer these, no long answers. Just tell yourself the truth. Yeah, tell yourself the truth. What else? Not being in denial. You have to be honest with yourself. If you're feeling sad inside, you have to admit that to yourself to get help. Because if you're lying to yourself, then you're lying to everybody else. So E, we erase self-doubt. Can someone tell me what self-doubt is? Yes.
So, not always be so down on yourself and say, I can't do it, to actually try your hardest and believe in yourself.
Yeah, great answer. What else? What else? So, have an answer? So self-doubt is when you constantly hold yourself back from things that you know you do. You tell yourself that you can't do it even before you ever get to try. And the R stands for rock your own style. Can someone tell me what it means to rock your own style? Your own self. What else?
Embracing who you are.
Embracing who you are, yes.
Not always following the crowd.
Yeah, don't always follow the crowd. Yes, right there. Yes. Yeah, go on your own path in life. Rock your own style means be comfortable with who you are. Just be comfortable in your own shoes and the skin that you were in. And the O stands for overcome. Can someone tell me what it means to overcome? Yes.
Walking in victory.
Walking in victory. Don't let it hold you back. What else? So, overcoming is basically you're being determined to get to your goal. No matter what's in your way, you're being determined to overcome that obstacle and overcome your adversity. Now, it all started in math class. It was about 5th or 6th grade, and I always pretended that I knew what was going on in math class. And I always pretended that, I got in my head, and I didn't really ask any questions when my teacher asked if I had any. And I wasn't being honest with myself. I remember that I was in a lower math group than the other ones, and I desperately wanted to be in the higher one. So I begged and begged, and I finally got into the higher math group, and I realized that I wasn't ready for the higher math group. I felt embarrassed I was in the lower one. And I had to be honest I wasn't being honest with myself. And I realized that I was the idiot that I was supposed to be in. And I had to be my own superhero and to be honest with myself. I had to admit that I cried every night before I went to bed. I would write sad artwork in my schoolwork. My homework was getting harder and harder. I had a tutor, and it seemed like nothing worked. Sometimes the words were blurry on the page, or they even moved around. And I was honest with my parents, and they finally took me to a learning doctor. It took lots of testing and meeting, but I finally concluded that I had a learning difference. And does anyone know what a learning difference is? Yes. Yeah, that's an example of learning difference. Good job. What else? Yes.
You don't learn the same as everyone else.
Basically, so you learn differently. Like you input information differently, input out information differently. That could be like really, really fast or or a slower pace, and that's okay that you learn differently. And my learning difference made it harder for me to listen and pay attention and understand. When all my friends when all my friends understood what was going on in class, I didn't, and it made me really frustrated because I wondered why I didn't get anything and everybody else did. And then I began telling myself that I wasn't smart and that I would never get an academic scholarship, so maybe I should focus on athletics. When we had math class, they would play math games and pick teams. And I would always sort of like gradually go to the back of the room because I did not want to get picked for a math team because I knew that I would mess up and not get the top of that. And I had to be my own superhero and erase self-doubt. I had to speak positive things to myself and believe in myself. I focused on other things I was good at, like sports. I did track and field and basketball, and I also focused on artwork. I would even speak with my mother at conferences and then at girl conferences. This made me feel good that I could inspire others, and my confidence was growing. And it was time for me to be my own superhero again and rock who I was. For example, I got comfortable with myself, with being tall. Sometimes I didn't like being the tallest one in my class. It made me stand out. It made me feel different. I realized that me standing out wasn't a bad thing. I began to tell myself that being tall was beautiful because that's how I was made. I got comfortable with my complexion, with being the race that God created me to be. I would constantly look on TV and girls in magazines, and I would either want really, really long, straight hair or really curly hair. But then I realized that my hair was just how it was supposed to be because that's how I was made. I began to say that I love my hair, I love my skin, I love my nose, I love my eyes, I love my height, I love my face, I love my feet, I love every inch of being me. And I had to be my own superhero and overcome. I began to overcome the struggles of my learning difference by educating myself. I took responsibility to research and look up different study techniques, to find out different ways to learn. I began to speak with my teachers about getting accommodations. Does anyone know what an accommodation is? Yes. Yeah.
It's when the teacher kind of does things special for you, not special, but accommodates you in the way that you learn and gives you a different way.
Yeah. So like accommodations are basically extra things you put in place to make you more successful as a student. Like some of my accommodations were extra time on tests, sitting closer to the board, or even getting like different instructions that I could remember. And I had to overcome people saying words like disability or thinking that there's something wrong with me. I would hear people say that kids with learning differences were dumb, but that's not true. We have the ability to learn just in a different way. I have to admit, these things made me feel mad or sad inside. So I overcome these feelings by deciding to write a book, to broaden people's understandings and give a voice to kids with a learning difference like me. I called the book My Gift of Difference. I realized that being different was a gift. It allowed me to have a different outlook on life. It tells you my story. It gives you 7 steps on how to embrace your differences. And also has a feelings journal in the back of the book that helps you identify your feelings for 30 days and using positive words to increase your self-confidence. I'm excited to say that I have sold over 200 books across the country. Had my first book signing last year here in Fort Wayne and on a cruise to the Bahamas last year. My book can be found in my school library, a speech pathology office in New York City, and the Amazon bookstore. Now we're going to run through the HERO acronym one more time. So the H is being honest with yourself. If you're having trouble in school or with someone at school, first be honest with how you feel. Then you can reach out and get help. The E stands for erase self-doubt. Stop telling yourself what you can't do and start telling yourself what you can do. Focus on what you do well. Do you play sports? Do you play an instrument? Do you dance? Are you good at video games? Whatever you're good at, focus on it, which will increase your self-confidence. R, rock who you are. That means love every part of you. If your hair is long or short, love it, rock it, own it, celebrate it. If your skin is light or dark, if you are tall or short, thick or thin, love the skin that you are in. Overcome your struggle. No matter how hard things get, don't quit. Be determined to do better in school. Be determined to be nicer to your friends. Understand, everything happens for a reason. Even if the situation seems hopeless, don't quit and find someone who can help you. Now, I came up with a little pledge to help you guys remember what the HERO acronym stands for. So I'm going to say a line, and you guys are going to repeat after me. So, I'm a hero from my head to my toes.
I'm a hero from my head to my toes.
Being honest with myself so I can get help.
Being honest with myself so I can get help.
I'm a hero erasing self-doubt.
I'm a hero erasing self-doubt.
Using positive words so I can break out.
Using positive words so I can break out.
I'm a hero who walks who I am.
I am a hero who rocks who I am.
To do the best for me because I know I can.
To do the best for me because I know I can.
I'm a hero who has overcome.
I'm a hero who has overcome.
Looking up, celebrating all the good that I've done.
Looking up, celebrating all the good that I've done.
Now we're going to run through this one more time with more energy and power. So, I'm the hero from my head to my toes.
I'm a hero from my head to my toes.
Being honest with myself so I can get help.
Being honest with myself so I can get help.
I'm a hero erasing self-doubt.
I'm a hero erasing self-doubt.
Using positive words so I can break out.
Using positive words so I can break out.
I'm the hero who walks who I am.
I'm a hero who rocks who I am.
To do the best for me because I know I can.
To do the best for me because I know I can.
I'm a hero who has overcome.
I'm a hero who has overcome.
Looking up, celebrating all the good that I've done.
Looking up, celebrating all the good that I've done.
Let's give ourselves a round of applause. So, does anyone remember what the H in hero stands for?
Being honest